Good. There you go. It's not bad. So Asia, she's a bobsledder. And you push the bobsled, you have a period where you're just accelerating, trying to overcome the inertia and just start the sled and get it going, which takes a ton of acceleration. But what most people don't realize about bobsled is there's a high velocity component. So once the sled starts picking up speed, you're on ice, you have to be able to run at top speed and stabilize your pelvis so you can keep that cycle going and still have power on the way down. Let's get it, another day. Another day.
What's on deck today?
Well, mainly JP's scared to race me today.
Right.
So
I'm scared to race Joe.
it's all about how the story's told.
Maybe go hip.
In Dakota and Asia, we're gonna do some max velocity patterns. Okay, so let's start on green. Let's just toe tap. So we're gonna go through single leg cycles first. We'll just get the toe tap right. So getting back to the ground, back to the ground, back to the ground. Keep it under you, it's yellow. So the biggest thing on this is what I'm looking for is not the actual like cycle part, it's where this is while you cycle. So if we toe tap, I'm keeping everything stable here, my leg is moving, my hip is moving. So then when you go to cycle, what you were doing the last time is this when it's time to cycle. So can you keep it here? So we're cycling, can you keep your pelvis in the same spot as you bring that leg over? Let's go all the way 20, good. Not leaning back, a little bit forward, Dakota, there it is. Good. Much better. Now Asia, now let's close the loop. So you're here really well to here, and then you let it drop. So I want it to step over, and then downstroke on the way down, all using the hip. Okay, let's go left side. Good, good, I like it. We're gonna go double. Asia, the double is gonna be hard if you do this first, because it's gonna take too long, and it's gonna be all hammy. So I want you to think, close the loop, use the hip to make the action happen. So here, hip, 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 hip. Almost. So Asia, when you think about the motion, you're still thinking about your foot traveling. I only want you to think about your hip traveling. Meaning like, if I think about my foot, I'm gonna try to draw a circle with my foot. I don't want that. Good, there you go. It's not bad. So that's what this drill helps with, is just adding more power into the ground while keeping everything safe and stable. So we can start to add more volume as we go because we know that it's safe and it's stable. Good. That's it. So like neurologically, we have to be able to attack each leg. You're never on the ground with 2 feet. So each leg has to have the same pattern and the same power. When you have it in balance, like hard on the left, light on the right, you tend to lose a little bit of your overall power as you go forward. So our goal, and GPS is actually telling us which side they're more dominant on. So we have like a 5 to 6% imbalance that's normal, but like some people have a 10% imbalance. We try to correct that with these single leg drills, and it's neurological. Once you put them together, then you start really getting it going. So Asia, you're still, so there's some of it, your pelvis is in the right position. That's why I'm not yelling at you, but you do this still.
I know I felt it on the right one, like a couple cycles. I was like, oh shit, I can't get back. Yeah.
So I have a drill you could actually do that'll help. Okay. So put this like right here, like thigh height. And I want the first thing you do when it leaves the ground is touch the pole. So we're here, bang, bang, and that'll keep everything front side. So go, bang, bang, touch the pole. Keep it slow. There it is, that's it. Good. Much better. If your leg swings back here, like this, it gets really hard to get it from this position. You're not strong, nobody's strong here. Then you have to pull it back. But if you get to this position and your pelvis is locked, it's gonna spring back to the top. You know what I mean? So like a lot of people are so over-rotated like this, that the initial pull with their hip does this. Even though they're trying their hardest to pull with their hip, it does that. But if you're here, it just comes right back to the top, and then you're able to drive back to the ground.
I think this is another one of those drills where I was forcing the cycle,
like
overthinking it, instead of just pulling like you said.
Yeah. So now let's just hold it. Let's hold it down, mid thigh, right here. So we'll just touch, bang, 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 just touch. Riding a bike. You're just riding a bike. Good. Finish with a push on the ground. Good, good, good. Much better, much better. Love it, love it. Catch your breath. Everyone learns different. Some people, you say something one time and they get it, which is rare. sometimes you have to demonstrate it really well. Then most of the time you have to give them a prop or a cue, something physical for them to actually attach to and touch, or you know, some type of resistance for them to understand the concept. So this part is really just teaching. So I talk about my 3 buckets: my physical bucket, stimulus bucket, technique bucket. This is the technique bucket. This is not physically challenging. It's definitely mentally challenging. It's difficult. But once they get this, then we can add more stimulus. So Asia, just imagine you're holding on. You ever been on those treadmills and it's like the belt's moving under you and you're just high knee running? Just touch the pole each time. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Good. Good. A lot better. So we started on Monday, laid the foundation, went through every aspect, every drill.
Yeah.
And then today, what we're doing is just going back and touching those points and seeing where we're at.
Yeah.
So the harder you hit the ground, the easier the up will become. So if you're lightly tapping the ground and I can't hear your feet, it's gonna be harder. But if you drive down, it's impossible to drive down with the right and the left not to pop up. So Asia, before you go, lock the pelvis in. The ground is, you strike the ground hard and touch the pole. That's it. Yes. Good. So she had it, but she wasn't striking the ground hard enough. So it was when the motion is slow, it's a higher muscular effort. Whereas we want it to be more reactive. So we want it to be bouncy. We want it to be hitting the ground and bouncing, and becomes an unconscious movement. Asia, way better on that. Way better on that. Beautiful. Finish with the push, good. So she has the front side action down to the ground. And that's half of it. So when you get back to the ground, it's beautiful. You still have more work to do. You have to finish your stride. So most people, they think front side action, they think only front side, stop there, come back to the top. But it's really strike the ground, finish the strike, and go.
Sure.
So Asia, I'm gonna give you something that's not gonna be comfortable, but I want you to find the middle of your foot on the ground. So when the leg is coming down, it's traveling backwards, I want you to find the middle of your foot. Because you do this and it's early. Good. Good, not bad. What you're doing is you're finding the middle down, right? So what I want you to do is find the middle traveling backwards. That's the difference, traveling backwards.
Oh, okay.
So if you go straight down, it's stopping you.
So it should be up here and back down.
So it's up here, when it comes down, watch my foot. Traveling backwards. We'll get that though, it's gonna take time. It's gonna take time. But the leg should be, when you get it to here and it travels down, it's traveling backwards on contact and contact in the middle.
What's up, JP? You're crazy.